What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, aka vypermajik, with some Destiny news for y'all today. I'll be playing Goat Simulator in the background. I got this game on Steam, and it's one of the stupidest and funnest games I've ever played at the same time. And yes, funnest is a word. So I was reading today that the folks over at Bungie are considering making raids public matchmaking. So as you guys know, the Vault of Glass, which is currently the endgame raid, you can only play if you have a pre-made group. So if you don't have you and 5 of your best friends ready to go in a pre-made party, or unless you have to randomly invite people from the tower, you're going to go in at a major disadvantage. Now, I haven't gotten very far in this raid. Actually, I haven't even gotten past the first point, but I can tell you that it's not something you could solo on your own. So you're going to need help. Now, whether you need all 6 people for the first part or there's a certain place where it ramps up, I don't know. It looks like you could probably do the first part with just maybe 4 people. But after that, I'm sure it does increase in difficulty. And it was very hard because obviously we couldn't even do it. And we were all level 27s, a couple 28s at the time. So why Bungie decided to make this not public was they said initially their design philosophy was that it was too hard, and they didn't want to, they understood that a major coordination would be involved. It wouldn't be something you could just pick up with some random people that you couldn't talk to on the fly and figure it out. And a lot of people have complained and said, well, I don't always have 5 friends online plus myself at any given time who are all in a situation or mood or whatever where they want to proceed through this dungeon. So Bungie said, we've heard you, and now we're considering changing it. To me, I don't know why they didn't have this at the beginning. I can tell you that most of the time what you end up have happening in the tower is you have high-level people standing right where you spawn in, and you just start getting spammed with messages. Do you want to do Vault of Glass? Do you want to do Vault of Glass? Party with us. I did actually randomly accept one of the invites with a few people online and become good friends with them. We now play together on a regular basis. So I guess in that sense, Bungie's philosophy of reaching out and meeting new people does work. But at the same time, why it can't be for randoms, I don't know. I compare this to World of Warcraft with their random dungeon system. They also do now have random raid system. And obviously the content of World of Warcraft has aged over time. Some of it hasn't aged so well. So some of it you can do with less than optimal people. And maybe right now, the Vault of Glass is just too hard that you really need that coordination. But why not let people try, If people want to randomly team up with a bunch of people and you got some idiot who just can't hold his own and you get frustrated and quit, well, isn't that better than not even being able to see any of the content? I don't know why Bungie's making that decision for us. I've never been a fan of that. Put the matchmaking system in, there should be that level of customization, I think, or that ability to see and experience. And yeah, if you do have a pre-made group, all the better for you. You're going to be one of these groups like that first group who beat it, the world first group who took 12 hours or whatever to beat it, and they died a zillion times. But hey, they got through it, and that's awesome, and congratulations to them. But, give everyone else the opportunity to do it. So they said they've heard us, and they're looking into it. I don't know. At a minimum, I don't see why you couldn't even go in with 2 or 3 of your friends, and, you have a better chance than just soloing it, right? The other piece of news from Bungie was that they're looking into some of the Crucible private game settings. Now, a long time ago on my blog, I made an article about some of the features that Crucible was missing. And one of the ones that I was most frustrated about was the lack of a lobby system. Now, I do like the fact that it does keep you in the game, and in the sense that when you're playing with the game, you're always in that experience. There's never any, although the ship is a loading screen, you never really break that experience. You're always in your ship, you're flying around, you beam down to a planet. When you're a Crucible, you got the cool load, kind of loading where you beam in with all your teammates and then you begin. And so they did a very good job of creating that level of realism or embodiment of that whole experience. That said, you lose a lot of features by not having a lobby. Playlists, drop settings, so maybe always special ammo drops more frequently or doesn't. And I do understand there are implications with this if people want to farm for certain things. So by example, I mean there's some quests where you have to, like the exotic quest I got from my machine gun. I had to get 500 machine gun kills. Okay, well maybe I understand that. You know, they may feel people are going to game that system and just put super weapons on or heavy weapons on all the time, and people are just going to go around and mow each other down to get it, and that wasn't the intent. Okay, so there may be some balancing issues with that they'd have to look at, but there's no reason why I can't start a match with a friend or two at a minimum and say, hey, I want to play on this map, I want to play this, you know, there's no reason for that. So I know it does go against our design philosophy, and it does break that whole you know, experience where you're just kind of floating around in your ship and all this sort of stuff, but there's no reason they shouldn't have that. So this is one step forward. They said they're looking into it right now, at least for the fact of making a private game with your friends. So that's good. I mean, I don't even have enough friends to populate a game. I don't even have enough friends to do the Vault of Glass. So for the people that have 12 friends online that are ready to do a private throwdown match, well, that's interesting. Unless they're looking for just maybe 1-on-1 or 2-on-2, just messing around with their buddies. I don't know. Either way, there's no reason why that kind of control should be taken away from the player in any capacity. And I'm hoping that Bungie at least looks at this and understands that this is one step forward to some of the customization that people have been yearning for, and at least get us in a better direction. I don't understand why there isn't that kind of feature. Just my personal opinion. I think of games like Call of Duty who've been doing it forever, and it works very well. And even if, I don't know, could this lead eventually to fighting against some sort of challenge map with bots or something? That could be cool. But for now, just start giving us some customization. Let us start tweaking stuff. So we'll see if they come through with that. That was the latest news that they had, and they said stay tuned. Now, in the past, they have been very responsive on things, so there's a pretty good chance that you're going to see this sooner than later. I don't think they're commenting on it just to tell you no, so I do believe it is coming. I just don't know how fast they can implement it. So anyways, that's what's new with the world of Bungie and Destiny. It's good to hear that they're listening to us. A little frustrating that they didn't listen to us earlier on, but hey, I guess it goes to show that the squeaky wheel does get the grease. So that's good. We'll see where this plays out. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, or do none of the above. That's all okay too. I really enjoy doing these videos for myself and a few friends that watch them. So shout out to all my random friends that watch them. And until then, I will see you guys on the other side.